and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, Dominica's healthcare system has achieved a significant milestone with the successful completion of the country's first brain tumor surgery. In news from the region, Barbados' new High Court division aims to fast-track firearm cases and court backlog. And internationally, U.S. President says he loves the inflation as U.S. prices rise at fastest rate in 3 years. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Dominica's healthcare system has achieved a significant milestone with the successful completion of the country's first brain tumor surgery. Health Minister Kasani Laville announced this achievement.
Care at home, surrounded by their families and their very own support systems.
Minister for Health Kasani Laville. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the 2026-2027 budget will highlight key initiatives which seek to improve the country's economy and benefit the people of Dominica. He made this announcement during a press conference this morning. Mr. Skerrit says government will also review concessions to help ease burden on citizens.
Dominica is not immune to these realities. However, we're approaching this budget with a clear understanding that our responsibility is to protect the most vulnerable, support economic growth, create opportunities for people, and at the same time, maintain fiscal responsibility and stability. Citizens can expect a budget that seeks to balance prudence with compassion. We remain committed to measures which help ease the cost of living burden on families, support job creation, strengthen agriculture and food security, invest in the healthcare and education, expand opportunities for young people, and continue the infrastructure investments that are transforming communities and strengthening national resilience, and policies which can make doing business in Dominica more efficient and profitable. We will carefully assess the range of concessions and support measures currently in place and determine what additional interventions may be necessary and sustainable.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Mr. Skerrit says new requirements will be introduced for the Citizenship by Investment program.
One of the key pillars supporting our investments has been the Citizenship by Investment program. As you are aware, the program has been a beneficial source of financing for housing, healthcare, education, climate resilience, infrastructure, and social programs, and private sector expansion and investments that directly impact and benefit the people of Dominica. We are committed to protecting the program's integrity and reputation while ensuring that it continues to serve the national interest. To this end, moving forward, we will include requirements for successful applicants to visit Dominica in person and spend time in the country, providing them with a greater appreciation of our people, culture, and development aspirations. So, visiting will be mandatory. You will have to come to Dominica to receive your renewed passport as a citizen. We are also examining additional initiatives designed to deepen engagement between economic citizens and the country while ensuring that the program meets evolving international standards and expectations. The strengthening of the CBI programs is a regional reality, not a Dominica problem. We are moving in step with our neighbors to protect a program that has built homes, hospitals, and schools for our people, and a major source of funding for agriculture and small and medium-sized enterprises.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, President-elect of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Gregor Nassif, has emphasized the need for increased efforts to boost demand for Dominica as a destination, making it more profitable for airlines. His remarks come due to the withdrawal of Caribbean Airlines from several Caribbean countries, including Dominica.
Pulling out of Caribbean Airlines is very significant for Dominica, not just from a tourism perspective, but a lot of Dominicans who study in Trinidad who may have medical care there, and Trinidadians really love to travel the Caribbean, but they will only do it if it's easy to get to. So with this change, we're likely to see a significant drop-off in tourism from Trinidad. And we had the recent cancellation also of the United Airlines flight for the summer period, which is also going to be very challenging for us for the summer. And it's a very unfortunate situation, and I think we need to realize that having an airport doesn't mean that planes will come, and having a new airport doesn't mean all of a sudden Air Canada and BA and Virgin will suddenly arrive here. These are for-profit companies, and they will only service routes if it's profitable for them, which means they have high load factors, or the destination is actually willing to pay them to come, even if they are empty, and that is very, very expensive. So I think that what we really need to focus on is driving the demand for the destination, meaning that ensuring that we're doing the marketing of the destination that we need to at the level of the public sector, and obviously that the private sector also goes all out to support marketing campaigns as well, to ensure that the load factors are at a place where airlines can be profitable.
President-elect of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Gregor Nassif. Nassif reiterated the importance of viewing the Caribbean as a single destination, which would facilitate easier intra-regional travel.
From a Caribbean tourism perspective, it's really a setback, because one of the real frustrations of persons that are involved in the tourism industry like me is that the domestic market, if we can see Caribbean region as our domestic market, is really underserved, and it has huge potential for tourism, for family travel, for leisure, for sports tourism, for festivals. And there are two primary issues. One is the taxes that are charged by the governments throughout the Caribbean are on average 40 to 50%, and globally those taxes are 15%. So it makes Caribbean travel much more expensive. And then just the efficiency of the network is not great. So you have to sometimes travel to two islands to get somewhere else. So the concern is really for the Caribbean to come together and to get serious about making the Caribbean a destination in and of itself, so that it's easier and more cost effective for us to move around, which will lift up all of the economies. And also, very interestingly, a huge trend now globally is to do multi-destination travel. So someone coming from the UK that wants to take a month off, wants to travel and see 2 or 3 or 4 places, and we're making it very difficult for them. So we're really shooting ourselves in the foot if we don't fix this issue.
President-elect of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, Gregor Nassif. Meantime, Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton, also addressed this matter during the Prime Minister's press conference this morning.
Caribbean Airlines is owned by the government of Trinidad. We all know that. And so since they have the new management, their strategy and focus has been different, and we respect that. But we are in discussions with other airline partners to fill in any gaps that we have. In terms of United Airlines, it was contracted for periodic service seasonal. The first period has ended as of April, and it will resume for the winter season in October. So the periods are from October to April. So just that we know that. If we see an increase in demand for the summer season, definitely we can extend it. And this is why we have been discussing with our stakeholders that we have to create greater demand for, because it's one thing for the government to have the access to the country, but you are responsible for keeping the planes filled. So we have to keep the load factors up. And so hopefully in the next year, because of increased demand in our destination, we'll be able to sustain more of these flights. For the summer, anyone coming to Dominica, we have put out a travel advisory. Our main connecting hubs remain Barbados, St. Martin, and now even St. Thomas, because of the access we have given through Contour Airlines. People come to Dominica. So travelers coming to Dominica haven't been majorly impacted because of the exit of Caribbean Airlines, but we are in serious discussions with airline partners to fill in that gap, because Trinidad remains a priority market for Dominica.
Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. The government of Dominica is to embark on a project to enhance the physical structure of schools around the island. The announcement has come from Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
We're already looking at a complete transformation of the physical structures. As you know, some of the schools have been around for some time. Structurally, they're still sound, but we need to enhance their comfort, and a lot of the schools will be tiled, properly repainted, new windows. So there's going to be launched a major program of transformation and renewal of the school plans across Dominica, similar to how we have done in the health sector, where we have already transformed the health facilities across Dominica from primary to tertiary level in Dominica. So we're continuing that apace with the education, so that every school will be at the same level in terms of conduciveness.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Business Training Center has launched a Junior Climate Resilience Champions program. The program is a summer initiative designed to build climate awareness, disaster preparedness, and
creating climate messages. Module 4 takes them out into the community. Messages. Module 4 takes them out into the community. Watershed cleanups, tree planting, community gardens, and farm visits. And Module 5 brings it all together with expert speakers, knowledge competitions, and the closing ceremony where they receive their certificates.
Managing Director of the Business Training Center, Lucia Stedman. That's the National Focus, Regional and International Developments up next.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
In news from the region, Barbados' judicial system is set for historic realignment as the government moved on Tuesday to establish dedicated gun courts to rapidly try firearm offenses and tackle a growing backlog of cases amid rising gun violence. Barbados Attorney General and Senior Minister Wilfred Abrahams said the proposed gun court will have jurisdiction over all firearm-related offenses.
The question is, when we do these two courts, if for some reason they have nothing, if they perform so well that they clear up all their backlog, then we're wasting resources. I've heard that being said, that we're putting resources into courts where we might not have need for the courts. Sir, that's addressed here, and it says the firearm court shall have jurisdiction here and determine the following: all firearm-related offenses and any other related offenses which the Chief Justice may assign to that court. So it is not just sort of strict firearm offenses. If something is relatable, if something is ancillary to, if something is peripheral to, then it can be assigned there, sir.
Barbados Attorney General and Senior Minister Wilfred Abrahams. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump has said he loves the inflation facing the U.S. as prices in May rose at their fastest rate in 3 years. The U.S. president said the numbers were great when asked about Bureau of Labor Statistics figures showing prices rose by 4.2% in May from a year earlier. The increase from 3.8% in April was largely driven by rising energy costs in the wake of the U.S.-Israel war in Iran.
No, I love it. The numbers were great. You know what I really love? I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, you know, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil? Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran, until right now. We took out the other night 22 ships, late at night with no lights, because they don't have any radar, because we blasted the crap out of it. We took out, that's why oil's $85 a barrel. I mean, you take a look.
Inflation to come down between now
Oh, when the war is over?
Yes.
It's coming down.
I know you can't.
It's going to come down like a rock. And again, we're taking out millions, which I'm just announcing today for the first time. But we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil. Millions of barrels. Every night we took out oil. But now I'm going to tell you because they just figured it out. So now that they figured it out, I can tell you. It was very hard for me. I wanted to say it so badly, but I didn't want to ruin it. But it was very hard. But millions of barrels of oil has come out.
U.S. President Donald Trump speaking to reporters. That's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next with Gavin Richards.
DBS News.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Well, good evening.